Well, well, well.
Well. What's going on, guys? Shoot, I just let everybody in. I got to remove all these robots.
Just got a new stress ball.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Sick.
Gotcha. Let's see. We got Simon, we got Jarrell. Blair, great to see you, man.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah. Well, dude, so we'll go through some wins today, but Elias, I was just talking to you. You got an interview Monday. Congrats, dude. Let's go.
Thanks.
And then Blair, I know you got some good news. What's going on with you?
Well, I am in contact with Jacob with a possible offer, so that's pretty exciting news. Hopefully, we'll get an interview scheduled sometime soon.
Nice. And just for context, guys, I was talking to Blair a couple of days ago, and he had passed his mock call and he had practiced and done such a good job that he was I felt he was a pretty good fit for one of the offers we had come in. So guys, just practice your butt off, do a great job, and that'll help you go places. Simon, welcome, man. Is this your first time
Hey,
on one of my
Michael.
calls?
Yes, and your call specifically, yes. We saw each other about a month ago I think it might have been Corbin's or maybe
Yeah.
Ethan's. I can't remember which one. Yeah.
Okay.
But I went on holes back to the UK, so I've been a bit tied up and busy, and I'm slowly getting back into it. So
Okay.
yeah. So looking forward to getting stuck in.
Nice, man. Well, we're glad to have you back in the fight.
Awesome.
You
Cheers.
found the best coaching call, so there's really no need to go to any other one.
Good,
I'm
good to
kidding. Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, the other coaches are awesome. Like, dude, I would honestly recommend going to every single coaching call you can just to kind of
hmm
get a feel for the different coaches because everyone
Yeah,
has
sure.
such a different perspective and just everyone's got golden nuggets to throw down. But
Yep.
Jarrell, welcome. Amir, welcome. Amir, I know we got your mock call today.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Excellent. And then
Excited for it.
Elias, we're doing yours too, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So we got two. And Jarrell, we're going to get to, he's got a live call for us to review. Is that right? Or is it a mock call?
No, it's a live call. It was one that I just want some feedback on the way it went. So yeah, it's a live call.
Awesome, man. Well, you're definitely in the right spot. So Simon, just to kind of catch you up to speed, Fridays we do graduation mock calls and we do live mock calls. So if you're on an offer, bring them here. Let's go through it. Let's get you better. Let's get you earning money. Um,
Great.
and Abdul, good to see you, man. Can you hear me okay? If you
How
don't
are
have
you,
a
Michael?
Oh, there we go. What's up, man? You got a camera?
No, right now I'm using desktop system, so it has no camera access right now. So
Got
sorry
it.
about that.
Oh, here I was thinking you were just like naked in the shower or something, but I'm glad to hear that. I'm kidding, dude. Let's see. See, okay, we got Corbin, the DM masters in the house. Varsal, did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Perfect, man. What is this your first time on one of my calls?
Yeah, this is my first time on one of your calls.
Excellent, man. Well, welcome to Setter to Closer. Um, if you don't know Corbin, I see him here. He's actually one of our coaches on Thursday. So we'll be tag teaming this. Apparently, sometimes we'll show up and crash each other's calls. But guys, Corbin. So Elias has his graduating mock today. We got Amir today, and then we're going to be doing a live call review with Jarrell. Um, and guys, I know Elias, you got an interview on Monday. Blair, we got you connected, and you're getting to the point of an interview. What else is going good, guys? Let's get some more wins.
Two sets of mine closed today, so that was a really nice feeling, because it's like I'm
Yes.
putting in all this work and it's like we're doing the team meetings and projections and everyone's like, oh yeah, I got these closes coming in, these closes. Then Matt comes around, Jarrell, how many closes do you have yet? And it's like zero, zero, zero. And then today I was working along and I put up a couple sets from earlier in the week, and then the closers got back to me saying, yeah, they closed. So
Dude,
that was such a great feeling.
awesome. And just, for anyone new that's here, when did you start with us? And then when did you land a gig? And then how far into your gig were your first two closes?
So I guess this is like my second month in setter to closer. My first month was really just like watching the content. I wasn't really being active in the community very much. Got on a couple calls, and then my second month, I was like, well, I'm paying for this, and I was like, I want to get this skill, so I was like, I better participate. So that's when I started participating in the second month. I think the second weekend of the second month, I got on to onto Matt's podcast, and from that, that's when I got a job offer, and then I got the job, and what is it, like maybe 11 days into my offer, I got my first two closes.
Awesome. So 11 days in, we are making real money.
Oh, so yes, sir.
Awesome, dude. Got it. Jarrell, that is awesome, man. I cannot wait to review your call because we are absolutely going to level up today. Simon Varsal, I know you're new here, but it doesn't have to be crazy big, but tell me something good that's going on. What's a win you guys got? We'll start with Simon.
Oof. How
Literally
about
anything. I woke up and made this morning and it was
how
great.
about being pretty consistent at the gym and getting a new PB on the shoulder press? Yeah,
Okay.
45 kgs, 10 reps. I didn't expect that one to come. So yeah, I'm prioritizing like my training and my cardio and that sort of stuff quite a lot at the moment. So yeah, that's
Excellent, man.
my win. So yeah.
Excellent. Guys, that's huge. Staying consistent, fitness, energy, like, you know, that's awesome, dude. I love that win. Varsal, like, can be small, can be big, anything you want, man. What's going good?
Oh yeah, sure. So I reached about 50% of the course. So I think that's a big win for me.
Awesome.
So,
Okay. So you read 50%. How long have you been with us?
like maybe a week or two.
Okay, a week or
Yeah,
two.
I have a full-time job, and that's why it's really hard to manage, but I'm still trying my best to balance everything out.
Dude, I'll tell you. So when I got started in, remote sales, I also had a full-time job. Dude, I was up till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, like doing this stuff because I knew this is what I wanted to do. So guys, Varsal is dude, I appreciate you sharing that so much. If you want to make something happen, you're gonna make the time. So in Varsal, that's a great example. I appreciate that, man. Hafsa, welcome. I don't know if you're in a position where you can talk, but it's good to see you. So guys, thanks for the wins. Great to see everybody here. So let's jump into it. So Amir, Elias, you guys can decide who wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Elias. Now, what script do you want to run?
So it's a functional bodybuilding offer.
Bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So who's your typical client? Like in my
Those are already in fitness
Okay.
and they enroll in 14-day free trial,
Okay.
right? But there's a one-on-one coaching program in the back end,
Okay.
and that's what I want to set this prospect. So they speak with the owner and enroll in that one-on-one coaching program.
Okay. So it's a bodybuilding offer, and it sounds like it's for people who are more experienced.
Yeah, but they might have hit like a roadblock. They see no progress.
Okay. I gotcha.
They need more structure.
Okay. I gotcha. And shoot, I might throw a curveball here because I know everyone's done their interview with me. Corbin,
What's up? What's up?
dude, do you want to be the prospect for this one?
You want me to be the prospect?
Yeah, do you want to be the prospect?
Sure.
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I love being put on the spot. I don't care. I just sure wasn't really ready for that. But
I know.
when do you need to be ready when you are ready? So like,
Be
let's
an
go.
angry prospect.
No.
No. Okay, cool. So Elias, so you're doing a bodybuilding offer. So yeah, just treat it just like a phone call. So no need to like stare into the video camera or anything like that. And then Corbin, I guess you guys can take it away. But Elias, when you're ready, just say ring ring and we'll go from there.
Time out for 10 seconds. So I want to be a bodybuilder.
Yes.
You are a bodybuilder,
All right, dude.
but you
Sign me. I
created
just
like a
gotta.
roadblock.
Okay,
And
let me just loosen up. Ready to go.
Yeah, you recently grabbed a 14-day trial of our program.
I did? I don't remember.
It's like a front end free offer.
Elias, we're homies. I'm just messing with you, brother. I'm so ready. Do you want me to have camera on, camera off?
Whatever. Ring
Okay.
ring.
Hello? Who's this?
Hey, this is Corbin.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, Corbin, it's Elias with Functional Bodybuilding. So you recently grabbed a 14-day trial of Persist. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I just grabbed that the other day. You said Elias?
Yeah, cool. I just had a couple of minutes and figure out touch base to see if I could help at all. You got 2-3 minutes?
I do. How long is this gonna take? I have maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 minutes. What made you pull the trigger with Persist, though? Was it more frustration with how things have been going, or hoping for a fresh start?
More so hoping for a fresh start.
Nice. So how long has that been going on?
Wanting the fresh start for, man, like 6, 7 months now, but in bodybuilding specifically about 8 years or so.
8 years? So what made now the time to actually start looking for help or more structure?
That's a good question.
Is
I
it like
feel like I've kind of maxed out what I've been able to do on my own. I don't know.
Yeah. Got it. So now that you mentioned that, if this actually like works for you, what are you hoping your life or training looks like in 3 to 6 months?
Man, I hope to be at the point where I can start probably bulking for some competition. I injured my lower back a little bit and haven't been able to
Oh.
be in competitions for the last year or so.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to start getting back to a point where I can like confidently compete.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. So, some folks just need a plan, others need structure and someone in their corner to stay on track. Which camp would you say that you're in?
Plan to stay on track. The inconsistencies have been the most difficult part with like having a bit of an injury and having a lack of coaching.
Yeah, gotcha. So based on what you just said, this might sound like a weird question, but why do you join Persist instead of our one-on-one coaching? Honestly, sounds like that'd be a way better fit.
I'm more of a pinky toe in the hot tub kind of guy. I like I like seeing more of what's going on before fully committing to things. I've joined a few of these things. I've downloaded a few things here and there in the past. I've just never really like pulled the trigger per se to commit to anything.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of see in the 14 days what I could learn, see if this is for me, you know?
That makes sense. Most people don't even know that we offer this, but as I say, we actually offer free one-on-one strategy sessions where Mark, our team lead, he helps you build a plan that matches your goal, schedule, and lifestyle. And if our platinum coaching seems like the right fit, he will walk you through it. If not, no worries. You'll still live with clarity to achieve your goals with Persist alone. Would it help to get a clear custom game plan from someone who's helped thousands of people like you? Want me to set that up for you?
Wait, so this Mark guy's helped thousands of people like me?
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
offering to
saying you're-
connect me with him. Like, guess I have a couple questions. Like, what does something like this cost, anyways? Or how
Yeah,
long are
so-
the one-on-ones for?
Yeah, so this will be around 45 minutes, but I will block an hour because I'm sure that you will have some questions. And in regards to pricing, that really depends on the game plan, the support that you need from Mark. So based on your conversation with him, he will put something together that will make sense for you, and then he can give you more of an accurate pricing. Our platinum coaching is invite only. Mark's the one who decides if it's a fit. So if you show up engaged and ready to dive in, he will put a plan that will help you to get you to your goals, even if platinum's not a fit. Make sense?
That does make sense. So I find out more about what would be needed for me specifically in
Yeah.
the next 3 to 6 months to get to where I can start competing again on that call.
100%, yeah. So what works better for you, like tomorrow afternoon, or would be better in the morning?
This weekend would be really difficult. Let me pull up my calendar real quick and see what you said it's an hour?
Yeah, it will be around an hour.
Damn. Man, we might have to. Do you have anything like the first week of July?
Yeah, so we don't really like book that ahead in advance. Would it, I can like open up sometimes this weekend if that's a better fit for you,
Oh,
or
you could open up time on the weekends? I
yeah.
was totally figured like, hey, 9 to 5 type of thing. Okay, cool. Could you do Sunday afternoon?
Let me check here really quickly with Mark's calendar. Yeah, I can definitely squeeze you in the afternoon. What time zone are you in?
I'm here in Central Time Zone, so it's 5:15 for me right now.
Yeah, so we could do around the same time on Sunday. That works?
I can make that work on Sunday for sure.
Awesome. So I'll send you the calendar link and with the Zoom invite. Please make sure they are in a quiet place. Bring a notebook and come ready to lock in your plan. So I'll give you a call sometime on Saturday just to confirm that you're still good to go.
Okay.
That's good. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, looking forward to your call, and if you have any questions or if you need to reschedule, please let me know and we'll take it from there. That's good.
Okay, and this is the best number I can reach you. Do I need to like, is there anything that I need before then? I just want to make sure I have what I need.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, free to reach out. Yes, same number.
Okay, perfect. Well, Elias, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, Corinne, for your time. Have a nice day, man.
You too. We'll
Yeah,
see.
bye.
We'll see Mark on Sunday.
Bye.
Awesome. Well, Elias, how do you think that went?
Yeah, it went well. Probably could have some more confident in some parts, but I think it was all right.
Gotcha. So, are you open to some feedback?
Sure.
Okay. So I say your biggest strength is your presence, your authority, and your confidence from the intro. Really, really good, dude. So you're definitely engaging. What I'd like, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you hit all the points. Okay. And so your intro is super strong. What I'd like to see more of, like what's your set to close ratio right now? Or what was your set to close ratio for this offer?
This one.
Yeah, the bodybuilding one.
Oh no, that's just a script that I got somewhere.
Oh, okay. You just made it up. Gotcha. What was
No,
your set to
I
close
got that
ratio at
from
your last
another
offer?
coaching call, and that was like the script some other guy had, and I was like, well, I need a script for this. So
Gotcha. Okay, okay. That changes things. Okay. So what I so so you did a cool technique where you like break somebody down into like certain categories. Which one are you? Right. And so that kind of makes the call go a little bit faster. What I'd like to see is more like in-depth questions. Be like, okay, so usually people are looking for this, this, and this. And then they choose a bucket. You say, okay, why that specifically? Right. And just go one layer deeper on that. Okay, gotcha. And then, how do you feel like, what do you feel like you could use the most help with there? Okay, gotcha. And then on the goals side, okay, so most people, when you break it down again, most people are looking for this, this, and this. Which one do you feel like you are? Okay, and then just again, why that specifically? And then so that's what I want to see more of. But dude, you hit all the wickets, all the points, everything you're supposed to do in a call. And instead of like feeling like it's a bunch of wickets, I want to feel like I'm heard and understood. And so I think just those few questions that dive one layer deeper into the things they're saying is going to go a long ways. But dude, like the authority you start with on the call is going to give you the permission to do that already. So, but yeah, dude, you passed. Great job. Great job not letting him schedule it in July. And then good job on the redirect for the money, right? So overall, Elias, like you have a commanding presence. That's going to be your biggest strength. I just want to see you dive one layer deeper into the pain and goals.
All right.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Thanks for the feedback.
Awesome, man. Yeah, dude. But yeah, overall, that was great, man. I can tell you've definitely like been in the space and been practicing. Amir, you ready, man?
I'd like to point something out really quick,
Oh yeah, what's up, dude?
if that's okay with you, Coach Stubbs. Sometimes you guys get people that are like actually excited to do this and are kind of curious and like are a lay down. And a lot of times when you're a newer setter, you're like, dang, this is going way too easy. This is going way too smooth. I need to ask more questions. I need more. And it can kind of like ruin it. It's like not meeting them where they're at. It's like forcing them into what you feel like you need to do. And so, Elias, that was phenomenal for the reason of you led me exactly how I needed to be led. You identified the type of buyer that I was, the questions that I had, how serious I was. Like, yeah, it was maybe a little surface level, but the flow of your call and your presence allowed for you to have that authority. Right? So like you didn't need to hit me with, well, why is this important to you? How does this affect you? All these things is like you got the crux of like why I'm here, why it's important, when I'm looking to do it, timeline, things of that nature. And it's like, all right, cool. Let me get you to the next step where he's gonna really like tailor something to you.
Yeah, because there was another part of the script that I didn't really use because it was more of a, if you were more like right pocket. So
Exactly. But
I
that
didn't
can be a
really need to use
curveball
that part.
and confuse people if you're too easy. And they can start to like feel kind of weird. And I wanted to see what you did if that was the case. And if you were to you know what I mean, like do too much. That I thought that was great. That's all I
Thanks.
wanted to say, Stubbs. Sometimes you got easy calls, and when you treat it as such, it's awesome. But if you try to make it what it's not, you can fumble a lot. So
Yeah. But I mean, you set it up so well, you know. It's like, cool. So usually people are looking for these three things. Which one are you? This one. Okay, why that specifically? Literally the only other thing I would ask. And then that's basically your notes for the closer, right? But yeah, dude, great feedback. Amir, do you know what you're gonna be, what your script is today, what you're gonna be pitching?
Yeah, it's for a business offer. So you are a business owner looking to scale its business, and I'm solution provider over here.
Okay, gotcha. So am I looking for like, are you specializing in like lead generation specifically, or?
Yeah, so helping you get high ticket clients so that you can get to your dream income goal.
Okay, gotcha. All right, man. And am I already a business owner? Am I starting a business?
Got it. So yeah, like you already have a business. You are around $2,000 per month. You are already established. You just need proper systems and frameworks in place to hit your income goal and guidance and the right guidance.
Okay. Now, is there a specific type of company? Is there a specific thing I help people with, or is it just like, you know, company B? Later, Elias.
Yeah, so you help roofing businesses scale their business, help them
Okay.
get clients.
Okay, gotcha. So I help roofing businesses scale business, and I need more roofing
Roofing
clients.
clients.
Okay,
Correct.
cool.
That's it.
Okay, I got it. Just let me know when you're ready, and we'll kick it off.
Okay, so I'll turn off my video and I'll call you.
Sure.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Michael, this is Amir from Get More Roofing Clients. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. Can't have a bad day. Appreciate you asking that. The reason for call is I saw that you opted in on our Facebook ad looking to get more roofing clients. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Sounds good. So yeah, like walk me through your business goal. What are you aiming for? Like what motivated you to opt in the first place?
Mm. Well, we've been helping a few clients here and there, but I feel like we're just kind of stuck around that 5 to 10K mark a month. It's kind of not consistent. I'd like to, get more qualified clients and scale.
I hear you. Got it. So when you mean you're stuck, what do you mean exactly?
Mm. So it's just like, we're getting probably about 20 to 30 leads a week. We're calling all those people, but I feel like a I don't know, about at least half of those are probably not ideal. So I'd like to get like better quality clients. So I feel like that's where we're stuck. Like I'm not able to get the type of quality clients I want. I feel like if I could get that, then I could really scale up.
Okay, gotcha. So it seems like client acquisition would be a game changer for you. So when you do refer to getting quality clients, is it more along the lines of marketing or just refining your sales pitch?
Um, I guess it could be both. I never really thought about sales pitch. They just hop on and we just kind of go through, what they need.
So would you say it's more of a random thing on the sales call?
Yeah, I suppose if it was a sales call, I wouldn't know what it was, but I'm sure we could use help with it.
Got it. Okay, makes sense. So in terms of your goals, what are you looking to make like revenue wise this year?
Hmm. I mean, this year I'd really like to ramp the business up to like, 20 to 30K a month.
20 to 30K a month. That's totally possible. In fact, like a lot of our clients have hit that goal within the 60 days. It just
Oh,
depends
really?
on, yep, like it just boils down to having the right systems in place to first get that high quality clients in front of you, and second, refining your sales process so that when you are on the call with the right prospects, you close them. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So got it. And yeah, I'm really curious, like what makes you feel right now is the best time to make that shift?
Well, shoot, man, like, um, I feel like for the last 12 months, we just kind of been stuck. I'm kind of falling behind on bills and, if I don't really make something happen now, then, you know, I feel like I'm going to have to move on to something else.
I hear you, and to be honest with you, and it's just from a man-to-man talk, I would literally hate that to see that you losing your business
Mhm.
and things getting scattered. So, and you're not alone. Lotting, a lot of the roofing companies that I talk to are in a similar spot. And as I said, it just boils down to having the right systems in place.
Mhm.
So got it. As far as I can understand, I can see like the client acquisition systems would be a game changer for you. Right now, your goal is to hit that $20,000 mark, and
Mhm.
currently you are at $5 to $10,000. Is that right?
Yeah, that's you pretty much nailed it.
Makes sense. Okay, so from based on what I have heard from you, it does sound like what we have would be a absolute perfect fit for you. Would you be open to a suggestion?
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
Okay, so awesome. So I would like to connect you with, I would like to connect you on a one Zoom call with our strategy manager. He would be able to understand your current situation clearly, identify the bottlenecks in your business right now, and point out the exact client acquisition frameworks that would help you to scale to $20,000 a month. Would that be helpful or not?
Yeah, if they can, help me to scale to $20,000 a month, that sounds, super helpful.
Awesome. Then I'll get you connected. What time zone are you in?
Central US.
Central US. Okay. So let me just pull up the calendar and secure a spot for you right now. Would tomorrow 1 p.m. work for you or 5 p.m. works best?
1 or 5 o'clock. I can't do either of those. And I forgot to ask you, like, something like this, how much does it usually cost?
Absolutely. It's a good question. It's always better to have clarity before we get into stuff. And that's exactly what this call is for. On the call, your strategy manager, we actually have multiple options. So your strategy manager, after analyzing your situation, would be able to point out the most relevant solution that would add value to your business and then discuss the investment options. Sounds good?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so you said that 1 p.m. either of those times doesn't work. Would afternoons work for you or the evenings works best?
Evenings work best.
How about 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.?
Yeah, six would actually work.
Awesome. So I have your email that you opted on your ad, Matthew Stubbs @thegreatcloser.com. Is that the right email?
Yeah, that's the right email.
Got it. So I have your phone number as well. Okay, I'll just sending you an invite.
Okay.
Just sent. Did you receive it?
Yeah, I got it here.
Got it. So can you also hit yes on the invite so that your appointment doesn't get cancelled and it's confirmed?
Oh, sure. Done.
Awesome. Sounds good. So everything is set. Also, based on based on everything that we went through, I will be dropping you a training which was paid earlier, but now it's for free, so that you can get the most value out of it and see and get a sense of how we can best help you. I'm just sending you the link now. Would you be able to watch it before our call tomorrow?
Yeah, I can how long is it?
It's just 45 minutes. It's super
Yeah,
quick.
I could probably watch that tonight, actually.
Sounds good, brother. I just sent you. Have a great evening and speak soon.
All right, man. See you later.
Yep.
All right. Amir, well done. Round of applause from everybody.
Thank you.
Gotcha. And before we kind of get into the review, for everybody who's here, someone who's been on my call before, why do we do them live? Can anyone give me that answer? Look,
Because if you can do them live over here, then you can do them in most situations.
perfect. Right. And Jarrell, are we here to tear people down or are we here to build them up?
No, we're here to build people up. Like, you guys built me up, and I'm well on my way. So that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. So, Amir, how do you think you did, man?
I think I did very well. Like as per your old feedback that you gave to Elias, I took that feedback and just ran through it like in seconds in my mind and then came up with that script.
Perfect, man. Well, are you ready for some feedback?
Look at you, DM
Absolutely.
setters slaying phone calls, thinking that you can't. Jarrell, you too, brother. I see you over there. You DM setters are better on the phone than you think. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I knew that
So-
was coming from you.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
So for this, man, I felt like, you have like this calm cadence, right? It's and even like, dude, you kind of like stumbled in a few places, but you just kept going. Like it didn't affect you. That's perfect, man. And so I like this calm, collected vibe I have from you throughout the whole thing. So that's like a huge strength, right? Being able to adapt to the situation, putting together a random script in your head after hearing, one 6-minute call, right? That's awesome, man. So I thought your intro was great. All right, very clear. This is what we're gonna do. Cool. What stood out to you? What do you want to accomplish? You went into like what's going on now. So kind of some of the pains. You went into the goals. You asked, a single layer deeper on each thing, which was great. And one thing I do want to see a little bit more of, like when you're go through Matt's training on how to get like tie downs at the end of a call before you're scheduling. Like, hey, what do you have going on today and tomorrow? So, because I could say, oh, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock doesn't work. But I like how you like gave me a finite amount of options. That was good. But like, I want you to ask like, what do they have going on? Because 6 o'clock, like I could be getting off work at 6 o'clock and driving home till 6:30 and be like, okay, cool. So, what's happening around 6? Like, you getting off work? What's going on? Okay, cool. So you're going to be able to be there. Anything you feel like would keep you from showing up or cause you to run late? No, gotcha. Okay, so that time definitely works for you then. Yes. Okay, cool. So I want you to get like more tie downs on the time. I do like how you gave me some homework and say, hey, can you do that before the call? But overall, dude, like your intro was good. You got pain, you got goals and discovery. You recapped it a little bit and you said, hey, if you could do this, would that be helpful? Yeah. Right. Cool. I want to get you in touch with one of our specialists who will go through that. And you kind of came back around with financial objection, but dude, congrats, man. You passed.
Thank you.
Let's go. Whoa, wait. Do that again. What? Amir's got some muscles on him, dude.
Yo, what?
Dude, congrats, man.
It's sneaky strong over there.
Yeah, I know. He's a sleeper, man. But
I
Amir,
appreciate the
yeah,
coaching,
overall,
brothers.
your call flow went really, really well. So yeah, keep doing that, keep practicing, and we'll get you up to speed.
Sounds good. I'm
Yeah, man.
excited.
Excellent. How you feeling?
As it was my first phone call, I feel confident that I can like perform very well on calls. And after Corbin's encouragement, it boosted me as well. So yeah,
Awesome, dude. Well, congrats, man. You worked hard and it definitely paid off. All right. So Jarrell, let's jump into your call. Do you got the link?
Oh, we got a Jarrell call review, dude?
Yeah.
Okay. Not that I wasn't excited before, but we're here. Let's go. Let's hear this.
Oh, shoot.
Down.
Tracy jumped in. Tracy, good to see you.
Oh,
Is
Tracy.
there?
Yeah, I'm just quietly watching.
Tracy, we got a Jarrell call review. He got 2 closes already.
Awesome.
Just hang on.
Let's
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna
Sorry
see
for
if
stealing your thunder. I'm just hyped for Jarrell.
I downloaded
Jarrell,
it, and I don't know how to put it in the chat. Oh man.
Well, can you share your screen?
Yep.
All right, we'll just do that. Let me give you permission. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So now what? Got the call.
Open it up and press play.
Okay.
Shannon Wood, eh?
You guys can hear it?
Nope. Did you, when
No.
you shared your screen, did you check the box?
Oh no, I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Okay, so just stop share.
Shannon? Okay.
Yeah, stop the share. Stop the screen share. There you go. And then when you go in, make sure you click that share sound box.
Okay.
That always gets me too.
Come on. Share.
Hello?
Hey, it's just Jarrell with Digital Leasing. I was just reaching out because I had a few minutes between meetings, and it looked like you requested more information from our team. Have you gotten a chance to speak to anybody yet?
Who are you from?
It's Jarrell with Digital Leasing. I see that you put in your information to receive the training and get some more information.
Oh, you just received that?
Yes. Have you had a chance to speak with anybody yet?
No, I'm like actually just still watching the video.
Okay, no worries.
Can you pause it?
Would there be a better time that I can give you a call back after you've watched the video and
This has
get a little
happened to
bit
me
more
so many
context?
I
times.
love
Oh
every
no, it's
second of
fine.
this.
Just hang on a second. Okay, all right, gotcha. So no, I know that's the worst. It's like because the leads come in and they're all about like everyone's talking about, oh, we got to be speed to lead, and it's like that's one of the reasons why I picked this call to bring it on. It's like I didn't set this lady or anything because the fact is like I'm calling the people, and I'm getting enough people that are like, I'm just watching the video. And it's like I don't want to bulldoze them, and again, like they have no context on like what's going on or what they're about to see. So
Michael,
Sure.
can I throw a nugget?
Yeah, you got a question?
No, it was just I had the same issue, man. Like I hate bothering people. Like I'm very socially conscious. But like when it comes to being on the phone with people, one of the best pieces of advice I got from actually Cash from Springs, but said if you're afraid to bother like leads, like you're just in the wrong business entirely. Like if you think you're bothering them, you're wrong. They want this help, and if she's still watching the video, you just got to own it. Be like, "Yeah, that's how fast we are." So,
Dang, I
there.
was that fast? That doesn't
okay,
always
okay.
happen, but while you're here, what stood out about the video?
Okay. No, it's not that I'm afraid to bother them. Just the problem I found is like a lot of the times it's like I'll hit them up so fast and it's like they haven't really watched the video yet, so they don't really know what it's about. And I'm always told by Matt and everyone else are like, you don't want to be like dumping knowledge, product knowledge on them. And then I find like they just jump into like after I set the frame, they'll jump into like, well, how does this work? And how, like, what? Tell me more about it. And it's like you'll kind of see in the call. It's like I don't know where to take the call after that because it's like they're asking me all these questions, and I don't want to just like disregard what they're saying. Be like, oh well, one of our coaches will tell you more about that. It's like, well, do you not know what you guys do? Type thing. It's like I'm just trying to figure out how to finesse that without the
All right.
proper way.
Well, let's go ahead and start it over from the beginning, and then let's because I think I missed the first few seconds.
How do I rewind this? Oh, there
Dude,
we
it's your computer. I don't know.
go. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Shannon.
Hello.
Hey, it's just Jarrell with Digital Leasing. I was just reaching out because I had a few minutes between meetings, and it looked like you requested more information from our team. Have you gotten a chance to
Who are
speak
you?
to anybody yet?
Who are you from?
It's Jarrell with Digital Leasing. I see that you put in your information to receive the training and get some more information.
Oh, you just received that?
Yes. Have you had a chance to speak with anybody yet?
No, I'm like actually just still watching the video.
Okay, no worries. Would there be a better time that I can give you a call back after you've watched
All right,
the
pause
video
it.
and get a little bit more context?
Cool. So, besides no worries, is there a better time? Well, let's just do one right now. Like, what is one thing you feel like you could say at that point that would keep the conversation going?
Well, usually I would just be like, okay, no worries. So typically we just, what is it now? Okay, no worries. So typically we just kind of, have a quick chat about what you're currently doing and what your goals are with the online business, and then from there, if your situation seems like something we can help with, we can get you set up on a Zoom meeting with one of our coaches and they can walk you through in further detail how we can potentially help you and answer any questions you have. And I'll ask them like, does that make sense? But I've been testing. It's like, just because on a couple of the calls that I went through and I advanced the conversation forward. I got further down in the call, and the people are like, "Well, I don't really know what you guys do yet." And it's like now they want to start asking me questions. And Matt keeps telling me, "He's like, make sure you're not telling them a bunch of, product knowledge and throwing up on them." Not that I do that, but I just find it hard not to answer their questions when they're asking specifically about those things.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's kind of role play this here. So Jarrell, let's say you're Shannon, right? I just called you and you're like I'm still watching the video. Now, have you seen the VSL?
Have I watched the VSL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you know, like, could you kind of generalize what it's about?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's just role play this real quick, and then you be Shannon and I'll be you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Ring ring.
Hello?
And sorry, what's the name of the offer?
Digital leasing.
Digital leasing. Okay. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, Jarrell.
Hey, how's it going? Who's this?
Hey, Jarrell, this is Michael with Digital Leasing. How's it going?
It's going well, man. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I appreciate you asking. So, I saw you opted in, downloaded one of our videos with digital leasing. Um, um, I guess what got you interested in the first place?
Well, I'm
But
just in the middle of
so
watching the
let's rewind it. So, like, when I say, "Hey, this is Michael from Digital Leasing," you just say what Shannon said at that point. Okay. So, hey, Jarrell, yeah, I saw you opted in. This is Michael with Digital Leasing. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. But now, say what Shannon said.
Oh, I didn't well, I'm having a can't think right now.
She
You caught me watching the video,
she
dude.
said,
What do you
Yeah, that's what yeah.
well, so you just saw that?
Yeah, she's like,
Like,
yeah, she's like,
I'm
yeah,
still
she's
watching the
you saw that come in?
video. Like, what? Why are you calling me right now?
She hit you with the
Yeah, dude, she paused and she's like, I don't know what to say. So, okay, gotcha. Shannon, no worries. I got you super fast. Usually I don't do that. What got you interested in the first place?
Well, I
And then just go from there. Like, hey, no worries, Shannon. I can tell you all about that, but what got you interested in the first place? Or no worries, Shannon. Looks like I caught you pretty quick. I'm glad we connected. What got you interested in the video in the first place?
well,
And then
I
just
don't
go
know. I was
right?
looking
Yeah.
to I was looking to make money online, and I came across your ad, and I just clicked on it, and I put in my information, and next thing you know, my phone is ringing.
Oh, gotcha. So I got you pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Gotcha. Hey, sometimes that happens. Don't worry about the video. We can definitely talk about that. But what got you interested in the first place? Right? You see how just like it doesn't matter what situation you catch somebody in. There's always like a confident way you can redirect the conversation and get them talking,
Yeah.
So dude, you're at a bar with a beer, you're like relaxing, you're talking to a buddy. Now you don't want to be like overly unprofessional, but you can have some fun with the calls. Like people opted in, they wanted the video for a reason. Like you are a small source of information. Hey, no worries. We can actually cover that in a second. But I'm glad I caught you. What got you interested in the first place? But yeah, I would say just come at the calls with like with a little bit more energy, a little bit more confidence. And like it doesn't, like, I want you to be an oak tree. Like, it's not going to matter what anyone says. you're going to be able to keep them engaged and talk to them. Okay. Okay. So does that make sense though?
No, that makes sense.
Cool. So as long as you're confident in what you're saying, the other person, like, you're going to take what could potentially be an awkward situation and turn it into something that's totally normal, like nothing to worry about, dude. Like, that's so funny. And we can definitely talk about that in a minute, but what got you interested in the first place? You know?
She's intentionally watching that video right now on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, the beginning of the call didn't go up and didn't quite as flow as well as I wanted it to. But after that, she opened up, and then like the rest of the call was good.
yeah, so
But
let's take a look at the rest of it. But does that make sense though, like what we're saying so far?
no, it does make sense. You know, I'll just have to redirect it, and then obviously bring her back on track so I can, follow the rest of the framework.
Yeah. So next time, this is what I want you to say. It's going to be super simple. Hey, Shannon, no worries. What got you interested in the first place? Get her back on track. No worries. What got you interested in the first place? Anyway, so that's your talk track for next time. Super, super simple. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. So obviously you don't really know much about how the whole process works then.
No.
She pause it. Okay. I love you, dude. Okay. So how would it make you feel if I came on, I called you on the phone and like, hey, well, obviously you don't know much about the process, do you?
No, I hear you, but that's part of the script, and we're told like you have to. That's part of the script that you need to follow.
So
that's not me. And then that part
word for word, it says obviously you don't know much about this.
No, I think it says like, I guess you don't know much about how the process works then.
Gotcha. I would probably frame that as like, okay, and are you familiar with how this process works? Right.
Okay.
And like, I get wanting to create the conversation, but Shannon is such a nice individual. she like did you a solid here. Anyway, keep going.
Just watching the video, but I mean, I can kind of understand the concept, but I'm not done watching the video, so.
All right, no worries. Well, typically we just have a quick chat about like what you're currently doing and what your goals are with the online business. And if it looks like your situation is something we can help you with, then we can get you set up on a Zoom meeting with one of our coaches, and they can walk you through in more detail how everything works and answer any questions you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just so I don't assume anything, Shannon, like when you came across this online, what were you hoping we could potentially help you with?
Well, I'm looking for income.
Do you mind pausing it?
I mean, isn't anyone?
There you go. So do you kind of hear your tone? We're like, hey, so what could we potentially help you with? I think that's really good, dude. So like, keep that energy.
Yeah, and that's I hear that a lot.
I'm currently in between jobs, and I'm looking to change what I'm doing. So.
Okay, what were you doing before you found yourself in between jobs?
I was produce manager at Safeway.
Okay.
Are you hearing me okay? Because I'm on my earbud.
No, I'm on mine as well. I'm hearing you just perfect.
Okay.
Just taking a quick note of what you just said. So, like, let's say, you got into this business and it actually took off for you. Like, what would that actually, do for your lifestyle on a day-to-day?
What do you mean? Like if I was making a lot of money?
mind
No.
pausing it? Okay. So so we're getting into goals right now. So sorry, I'm just reading what have you spoken? Okay, team at all. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Corbin,
There's a piece missing in there, but I didn't want to interrupt you because it's like, oh, you haven't spoken with anyone yet? So it's probably don't know much about how our process works if I had to guess. And you kind of like laugh and they're like, no. And you're like, all right, cool. Let me walk you through. So typically on this call, we're going to go over XYZ so I can figure out ABC.
yeah.
Cool, cool. Like that, obviously that's super basic, but there's the key that's just barely missing there, right? So it's like, oh, you haven't spoken with anyone? So you're probably not super familiar with how this works if I had to guess. And they're like, no, of course not. I haven't spoken with anyone. You're like, all right, that's why I called. But anyways, right?
Yeah,
I just
so
wanted to add that in there so he had it in the recording and to copy
no,
paste.
that was perfect. So yeah, that tone, that energy, it totally shifts how someone perceives what you say instead of like, well, obviously you don't know anything about this, huh? Anyway, so where was I at? Okay, so we were talking about, we were trying to get into goals. How would this change your life? Okay, so we need some context first. We're painting a picture / building a story. Okay, so I want to know, oh, what's got you between jobs? What happened? Okay, got
Yeah.
it. So what's got you looking at this specifically? Okay, and if you were to, if you were to replace your income, with something like this, what would you need to make minimum to do that? Okay, gotcha. So what, like, do you have any, what's the big goal here? Okay. And, Jarrell, this may sound like a corny question, but, if you can make this, how would that, how would that change your lifestyle? Or what would change for you? Right. So we have to build this story first for that question to make sense. And we can take like 2 to 3 minutes to do that. Because do you see how she was like confused with her
Yeah.
answer? Yeah. So we need to paint this picture. So by the time we ask the question, she has a clear understanding of what that picture is we're trying to get her to see. Okay. So we have to paint pain, we have to paint goals, and then we want to, oh, well, shoot, like, how would that, if you don't mind me asking, like, if we, if you could do something like this and get to that level, what would that change for you specifically? Oh, okay. And I'm just curious, like, is there something happen? Like, what's got you wanting to do it right now? Right now, right? And so we get a timeline, like, why now kind of question. Okay. And then how much is the offer?
Believe it's $7,200 if they pay in full.
7,200. Okay, cool.
No, it's like $7,800 when they qualify for sort of if discount.
I have been here.
9,800 is the price.
Tyab, are you working with Jarrell?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got 4 closes.
Let's go, dude. Okay, you need to listen to Tyab's calls.
Oh, no. Jarrell is much better. I'm just learning curve. The only thing is, Jarrell is like too methodical in the process, like going by the book. I am all over the place. Would you believe, Michael, that my calls are so long and they are closing, and I'm like in awe how they're closing because I'm like 35 minutes calls, man. I myself is like shitting myself, like what the hell am I doing? Yeah.
Well, you asked me if I believe it. I do believe it.
No, this is one of my worst calls. But like a guy was saying on the team meeting the other day, it's like, when you're getting your calls reviewed, he's like, don't be bringing your good calls. He's like, bring your worst calls so you can get real feedback. He's like,
100%, 100%. So yeah, and so you bring your good calls and say, hey, this one closed. I thought I did this well. Like, what in this do you feel like is repeatable, right? What can we take from this good call and do it and duplicate it, right? So that's the purpose of a good call. And they're motivational, right? You listen to someone you just absolutely knocked out of the park in the morning, it's going to put you in a good mood for the rest of the day. Anyway, I felt like I've hammered it enough. Does what I'm saying make sense so far as like painting that picture, building that story, but before we ask like a goals question like that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. So let's keep going.
So like I mean like just if you like what do you envision like if you got this business up and running and you're able to obviously work from home instead of having to go into a physical location, how do you see changing your lifestyle?
Tremendously. Right now I'm having a lot of problems with my knees. And I was doing extremely physical work.
Okay, so that sounds real important to you then to find something that you can do from the comfort of your own home without actually having to do physical labor.
Right.
Okay. All right, that makes total sense. But like aside from the whole financial piece and looking for income,
Can you pause it?
what else would you be?
Okay. So you see how do you see how we could like we know why it would be important for her to get a remote job to save her knees so she didn't have to work anymore, right? Like we can make that connection in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think is more important? For her to tell you that or for you to tell her that?
For her to say that.
100%. So a talk track for that might be with knees. What's going on? Oh man. So I mean, working remote, how would that help you out? Oh, I'd be off my knees and this. Okay. Hmm. So that sounds pretty important. Yeah, it is. Okay. How long have your knees hurt for? Okay, gotcha. I mean, look, you may not have to go in that deep, but do you see what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying.
Okay, cool. Well, um, you guys are all smart. For everybody here, you you know the answer, right? You know why they need to do something. The key is to ask them and get them to tell you and to realize that themselves, because that's going to be 100 times more powerful. Anyway, let's keep going.
Be looking to get out of starting your own business long term?
Something that is long term, something that I can do the rest of my life. And I'm 57, so I don't have I want it to last for the rest of my life.
Okay, so that's the main thing, just something that can last. There's nothing else you're looking to get out of it, like, being able to travel or anything like that?
You pause it. Sorry. So, you're like, that's all you want? Nothing like looking to travel and stuff like that? Like that's all you want? Get out of here. Yeah, get off this call. I'm not going to talk to you more unless you want more. So, got it. What else would you want? Super simple. Dude, I'm sorry for laughing. That was just so funny.
No, I don't. No, it's fine. It's fine because I'm gonna go back and like this is what I wanted. Like I wanted you to tear up my call, and so I can go back and watch this and get better.
That's what I love about giving you feedback. It's just like tearing me to pieces, destroy me. Okay. So yeah. So we're at the top of the hour. I promised my daughter I'd take her swimming. So Jarrell, you ready for some action items?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So I want you to write out a 1 to 2 sentence redirect you can say every time someone says I'm in the middle of the video, okay? Or says something you don't expect, right? Hey, it could be like, no worries. What got you interested in the video in the first place? right? So just like something where you can like take what they say and kind of like, hey, it's no big deal, man. We're on the phone now. I'm here. I'm Jarrell. I'm gonna help you out. Okay. This is me. You're in good hands. And then next thing I want you to do is I want you to practice. I want you to practice asking questions based off the last thing they said. Okay. So instead of like jumping to this section of the script and then jumping to this section of the script and then going to this section, like a checklist, she was like, knees, you just go, oh, knees. What's going on? Just after the last thing she said, so what got you interested in the video in the first place? Oh, well, I really wanted to do something long term. Oh, okay. Long term, like what would that look like for you? Okay. Why do you say that specifically? Okay. Right. So just questions based off the last thing they said. And then the third thing is never assume, ask a question instead. So that's where I want us to start. And the next time we meet, let's bring another call, and then let's if you do run into a situation like this in the next week,
Sure.
let's bring one and see how you handle it. But yeah, does that make sense though?
No, that makes sense. I'm gonna do that. So come up with a redirect if they say they're in the middle of the video. Focus on asking questions based on the last thing they said. And then the third thing that you mentioned was
the third thing I mentioned is never assume, always ask a question.
never assume.
Oops.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
And in the beginning, say, hi, how are you?
Yeah. Hey, how are you? But Jarrell, I do want to point out some things you are doing really well. Like you have this just like super friendly, calm voice. And so like it makes me want to tell you anything. Right. So you're gonna
It's buttery delivery.
it's a buttery
smooth.
So and if you and Tyab are on the same offer, guys should be mocking together all the time, listening to each other's calls. And then it doesn't have to be like Stubbs level feedback, but just like give each other feedback, honestly. Because you guys know what you need to do. Just go through the training. And then Jarrell, next time, let's do another call. And then what we'll do is we'll get 3 action items, and once we get 3 action items, we'll stop and we'll keep working on that. So next time we come, make sure you've worked on those 3 action items, and then we can see how you've done. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Right on, man. And most of the do you get a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm in a 9 to 5, I want to change careers later, Corbin?
No, I wouldn't say so much. A lot of people that are just because they don't really know what's capable in this business, so they're just kind of looking for something on the side at the moment when I do speak to them. Not that they want to change careers so much.
Okay, so they're looking for like a side hustle?
Yeah, until until it makes more than what they're doing at their current job, then a lot of them say I just do that for time.
I got a good one. That's exactly what I said to Michael when he put me on my first offer. And you know what Michael told me? He said, hey, this is going to be a lot of work. Like I understand, like you want to make things happen. But you haven't really done this before, so I wouldn't expect you to understand, but it's going to take up the majority of your time. I don't think you're going to have time to do that other job. And you know what that made me do? Figure out how to work as hard as I could with my offer to pay my rent. And I did it. And it's because he told me to. And so like if you tell them like, hey, you might not have time to do both. Like I'm just being real. Like if you're like, hey, you might not have time to do both. But but we're here to help you.
Yeah. So something like that. And it's usually like on a closing call. Like if you figure out someone has enough intent to want to move forward with something like this, then absolutely. Like as a closer, you'll want to be like, okay, so why do you want to do this? What's your goals, pain, all that stuff? And you're like, okay, so I know everyone's got stuff going on, but realistically, how many hours could you set aside a week to, make this happen? Oh, I could do this or this or this. So there's different ways to approach it, but yeah, ultimately we have to tie people down on the fact that if they want something to work, like they're going to have to make time for it, which is good. Right. So on a closing call, that would, this is beyond the scope here, but you would get tie downs on that. So how many hours a week do you feel like you could dedicate to something like this? Maybe like 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Hey, Jarrell, like you want to make 10K a month doing something like this? Like we recommend at least 5 to 6. So when could we find 5 hours in your week to do something like this? Like this is truly something you want to do. Oh, this. Okay, cool. But anyway, dude, was the feedback today helpful?
No, it was very helpful. I'm definitely gonna do everything you said and make sure I implement it. That way I can come back on the next call with everything checked off, and then like you said, we'll see where the next 3 things I can improve on.
Right on, dude. Well, hey, great call today. Appreciate you bringing that. Tayyab, if you want to bring a call, do it. Guys, this is for your reviews, whether you want to get a mock call reviewed, whether you want to get a live call reviewed. This is your guys' time. I'm here to serve you, but
I wanted to I got a couple of calls back to back, so that's why I got late. Otherwise, I was going to bring one of the calls I worked on that Matt sort of gave me a feedback that, okay, do this. And next day I did it. So from 30 to 35 minutes, I brought it down to 20 minutes, 22 minutes. So that was a win for me. I held the frame.
Right on.
Like it's taking me a lot of time to build the connection. However, I have a good show up rate. Like I put 11 on the calendar, 10 show up. So, but the thing is, I'm putting a lot of time to build connection. I just want to shorten the time as soon as possible so I could make more money.
All right. Do you guys see this? I know my handwriting this says depth and this says time. All right. So depth of conversation does not equal time. Depth of conversation equals quality of question, right? So the quality of our questions will help us get deeper faster. Cool.
Thank
so
you
guys,
so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the pool with my daughter because I promised her I'd do that. But if you guys have any questions or need any help, DM me in school. And has everyone here heard about the offsite?
Yes.
Okay. So we're having an offsite. I'm going to post a link in school. If you guys can make it, you're going to be rubbing elbows with guys running 6 and 7-figure offers. You're also going to get to hang out with me, Matt. I think David is going to be there, but he's frozen right now.
I was going to say, I want to meet Jarrell.
Gotcha. But yeah, if you guys can make it, it's $97. It's literally, paying for the cost of the food.
Is that better?
And then, but I'll put the link out there. Anyone wants to join, I highly, highly recommend you be there if you can. Other than that, DM me if you need help. We're here for you guys. But I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And do me a favor, post your takeaways from this call in Slack real quick. Let's motivate the group, get them to show up every Friday so we can get you guys making as much money as possible. But anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you next Friday.
Thanks, Stubbs.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Bye.